Ellis driving baseline. What a dive!
Wickham, how sweet was that? Step back three,
Wow.
Taylor George. She's got a flamethrower at the moment.
Shelley with a big triple.
It was acrobatic, it was impressive, it was Steph Talbot.
Jade Melvin, the lefty lay-in. Capitals continue to roll. Perth have been unconscious from three. Alice Koenig connects.
She's pumped up, and so she should be.
Well, for the final time this regular season, the UC Capitals and Bendigo Spirit are going head-to-head at the AIS Arena. Despite being knocked out of the finals race last week, the Capitals would love to end the season with a win in front of their loyal home fans and to send off a legend of the WNBL in Abby Bishop. Standing in their way are the minor premiers, the Bendigo Spirit, who are back in action for the first time in almost 2 weeks to try and clean sweep the Caps and continue their impressive form into finals. Joining you in commentary are Julia Montesano and former WNBL star and NBL1 head coach Larissa Anderson. Welcome to you, Larissa.
Julia, great to be here.
Let's get into today's teams. And as mentioned, the Caps have been knocked out of the finals following their 15-point loss against Sydney. But Larissa, how do they put that behind them and focus on today's task at hand?
You really don't have much choice. At the end of the day, they nearly made finals. They didn't. They just missed out. They're proud of that. But now they want to finish off today. And as you said, send Abby off in the best possible way.
Absolutely right. Well, Bendigo, they're already celebrating. They're back into finals for the first time since the 2014/15 season. They finished this season as minor premiers, and Larissa, we know they're the team to beat right now, but how do they approach today's game?
To quote Kennedy this morning, business as usual. Obviously, we know that they're resting Casey Samuels, but with a bit of a load management to prepare for finals, and he would love to rotate players a bit more today if he could, but otherwise this is business as usual. Prepare for finals.
Absolutely, it will be business as usual for the Bendigo Spirit, and you can see there on your screen, Asha Nightingale is the one who's come into the roster to replace Casey Samuels, just with that minor knee issue, so nothing too serious on that front, hopefully, but it should be a good game today between two traditional rivals who've had plenty of great contests between them, and as we mentioned, Abby Bishop, it will be her last WNBL game here at the AIS Arena, a venue where she's enjoyed so much success over the years, and she's had a great mini cameo back as a Canberra replacement player.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really special that she gets to finish her career at the club that she had so much success with. So you'll see this crowd and her teammates and coaching staff get right behind her, no doubt, today. It is a really special career that she is celebrating. She should be very, very proud.
Well, the referees for today's action are Jack Taylor, Carlia Hanks and Mitchell Hudson. And both teams will run the same starting fives as they did last game. So the Capitals are going with Boya, Melbourne, Munga, Poch and Collier. And the Spirit have Burden, Tolo, Wilson, Griffin and Wickham out there on the floor. So confirmation of the officials on your screen. Of course, today's game is part one of a double header for the Signet WNBL Saturday. Southside and Sydney coming up next in Guy Malloy's 350th game as head coach in this great league.
Very, very special milestone, 350 games. Congratulations to Guy Malloy. It's a wonderful achievement.
So all smiles, business as usual for both teams. Caps knocked out of the finals. Bendigo looking to storm in with another win. And we've tipped off here at the AIS Arena. The Capitals in black and Bendigo in yellow for today. Both teams utilising the same starting fives as last game and for most of the season, and Melbourne gets a great start to the game.
Could not ask for a better start than that. Great for Jade's confidence too. She would have been so disappointed about last week. Not that we will bring that up other than that comment there, but that just shows the strength of the girl. That's a great start.
And the pass is cut off, so a nice start here for the Capitals. Munga this time driving, pulls up and knocks it down.
Great start by the Caps here, exactly as anticipated. They're going to want to come out and finish on a really good note. They're going to leave absolutely everything out there today.
Wilson now for Bendigo. And again, great defense. And ends up with Jade Melbourne again. 6-0 start for the Caps.
Fantastic start by the Caps. Great running by Jade. Normally she's on the other side, at the other end of that.
And again, the Capitals will have it in their hands.
So this will be a nice little challenge for Bendigo. Just a nice run through early, and it's also caused an early timeout here just to address a few things. So could not have asked for a better start, the Caps.
Absolutely. 7 points to 0 to start off this game. A timeout called on the floor already by Kennedy Keriyama. I don't think his team's been in this position many times throughout the season. He's having a chat to them now.
You've got 3 players that are much loved by the Caps fans here, in Kelsey Griffin, Kelly Wilson and Mariana Tolo, all multiple championship players for the Caps. So they're very, very familiar with the crowd, the surroundings, this atmosphere. I expect to see the 3 of them step up pretty quickly. They will not be happy with this start.
Well, you can stay powered with Signet, Australia's favourite power bank brand, to keep your devices charged and never miss a moment. Visit signet.com to find your perfect power bank. It's a good mature call by Coach Kennedy. He could have easily just tried to trust his players, but wanted to chat.
Yeah, it's never a timeout that you want to blow early in the game, but sometimes it's required. And as you said, it's not a situation that Bendigo are used to being in. So it's exactly what today's game will be like. Whilst they'd like to go about it as business as usual, it's a great chance for them to try some things, be challenged. This crowd is so fantastic. They're renowned, the Caps, for getting behind their hometown, their home team, no matter what the result.
Munga lets one go. Can't quite join the party. Griffin off and running. Can she get Bendigo's first points of the game? Burden finds Wilson. Wickham, known shooter, and knocks it down.
Sammy Wickham in career best form this season. She's well and truly the MVP favourite.
Absolutely right.
Just gets Bendigo on the board with the much needed 3 points.
So she now needs 9 points to reach 3,000 career points, Sammy Wickham. So we'll keep watch on that throughout the game. Needed 12 points at the start, knocks down a 3. Wickham also ranked 4th all-time in three-pointers made, 486 over her WNBL career.
So you can just see just a bit of loose communication there defensively by the Spirit. So a few little things they need to tweak here, not the start they would have liked.
The Potch was the shining light for the Caps in their loss to Sydney last week. 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. They seem to really look to her to be the one to take the team on her back, but it was a Brand Catazano for Sydney that really was
Destroyed
the game
them.
winner. Yeah, you said it.
Both ends. She had a fantastic game.
Yeah, 8 3-pointers made. 30-year-old rookie just shows you never give up on your chance.
No, absolutely. It's she's one of the wonderful stories of the season. Has really relished the opportunity with the Sydney Flames, and her last 3 or 4 games in particular have been really, really strong.
Wickham adds another couple of points to her tally.
Just like that, back to 4 points.
And it's all been off the hand of Wickham for Bendigo. All 5 points scored by her so far. Good rebound, just didn't quite go up. Melbourne gets it back. And they still can't get it to go.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, Collier's done that all season, has just gotten better and better on the boards, is very strong on the offensive boards, but she's got to finish those.
Wickham with it. Can she cut the deficit further? Gets fouled. Bendigo ball from the baseline.
I really like the look here that Coach Goris has put Nadia Potch on Sammy Wickham. She just provides that extra length to try and stop that amazingly quick 3. She's got such a quick release on that shot, so Potch just gives that little bit of extra reach.
Munger off and running for the Caps. Collier, can she get the shot to go this time? She does from the elbow.
Yep, she figures if I can't make a layup, I'll just step out a little bit. No problem.
She's been a great addition to this Cap side, Charlie Collier. Speaking of great additions, Wickham stepping around Potch. The shot falls short. She gets her own rebound and then couldn't quite handle it.
Yeah, again, that was pretty good D there by Potts. Just needed to block out because Sammy Wickham is relentless, averaging 6 rebounds a game, amazingly, as a guard.
Oh, Burton hits the deck hard. Every sort of hit towards the deck would cause a bit of a shudder. These games always tricky in terms of the injury risk. You've got to be conservative, but also got to try and win.
Yeah, absolutely. They will say business as usual. They would love to rotate if they can, but all signs early, they're in for a fight.
Kelly Wilson. Werung. Great first entry into the game.
We have seen that time and time again this season. Abby is just ready to go. Every single time she gets her minutes, they find her and she does not let them down. Well done, Abby.
Potch, can she respond? Just falls short. Wickham comes up with it. 11 points to 8. Tolo wants it. Great movement, but good defense there. Allows Munga to bring the ball down. Quick step there on Wickham and got fouled on the approach.
Yeah, great take there by Munga, and I'm really enjoying the battle between Collier and Tolo nice and early. Neither of them would have to be that used to having to go up against someone their own size. So a few little adjustments that both girls need to make inside, finishing their layups. They're both positioning themselves beautifully around the basket.
Munga drops the first one. Averaging 9.7 points per game. Just under 4 rebounds as well. 80% free throw shooter. Another great season in Caps colours for Nicole Munga. Wickham finds herself in the corner all alone.
That's such a great skip pass by Kelly Wilson.
She was standing there for quite a while just by herself, Sammy Wickham, and Wilson made sure she got it and converted.
Yeah, defensively, that's probably been the big letdown of the Caps. They've done so much improvement this season, but their defense really does need some work. They tend to fall asleep a little bit on what their rules are or where shooters are.
Let's see what they can do offensively here. Munga rises up. And Wickham again. She's everywhere at the moment.
She really does feel the stat sheet very, very quickly.
Burton deep triple.
Look at those Jets.
Unbelievable.
She saw that space in the key and she absolutely went for it. Great drive and finish by Jade Melbourne there.
She often leaves you speechless, and she's done that plenty of times this season as Wilson draws the foul and heads to the line for a couple. You
can see some players gassing the game so far, which the Caps like to do. They pride themselves on playing with pace. You speak to Paul Gorris, and that's exactly what he wants from his young Caps. He wants pace, and this whole season's just been about learning how to play at pace without the turnovers that were coming earlier on in the season. They've really improved since Christmas. So you can see, and I say this in all due respect, a slightly older, more experienced team in Bendigo, that will be exactly their game plan, to make them run, push them up and down the floor.
And you heard a bit of cheers there for Abby Bishop entering the court for one final time in the WNBL. Calling for the ball now, or calling for the screen, sorry. Now gets the ball. This would be a good start. Instead, passes it off to Babongi. One of the young guns of the league, and Griffin says, not today. Wilson to Wickham. Great pass. Griffin kept the handle of it, which was super impressive as well. Birded in the corner. It just falls short. It's a nice set there by Bendigo. Just couldn't quite get the score they were after, but they're within 2.
So great to see young player Georgia Booth enter into the game this early.
Wickham step back. Couldn't knock it down. Bishop to Melbourne. Bishop, wide open triple. Just falls short.
Everybody wanted that to go in.
I think they're going to make her take a couple of those throughout this game.
I hope she does. It's
Yeah.
what she's renowned for. She's a beautiful shooter.
Ooh. Not the collision you would want between Whitcomb and Griffin. Babongi involved in the middle of that as well. So certainly no love lost. Both
Yeah.
teams going pretty hard.
A few skittles, no problem.
Yep. Babongi caught up in that spirit sandwich. Griffin. Can't knock it down. Great
running.
pace by Potch. Just a bit too hot off the backboard. And they get it back there, the Caps.
That's what they need to do, though. That was great running. Just didn't quite finish it. But that will be, I think, what we see a lot today. If they can get some stops, they'll be looking to attack and run as much as possible.
So Diebel steps out onto the floor for Jade Melbourne, who's having a rest with the 7 points next to her name. Whitcomb leading all scorers with 8. Abby Bishop still can't get those first points for the game.
She needs to be aggressive, though. They need her presence out there. They need her to put those points on the board. So it's really good to see her actually looking to score those baskets.
Good there by Boya.
Great block. Really well timed. Even better when you come up with possession.
And even better when you do it to someone like
Sammy
Sammy Whitcomb.
Absolutely.
There you go. Get out of there. So Diebel handling the ball here for the Caps. Babongi gets swatted away.
Oh, great hands, Burton.
Easy as you like. Draws the scores level. Veronica Burton. Probably being one of the imports of the season, you'd have to say.
Absolutely. And
She's
she doesn't just do
seamlessly.
one thing. She sets this team up, considering it's her first time in the league. Her assists, she can score when she needs to score, but what has been most impressive for me is her defense. She just gets up the floor, is quite relentless, and gives them that extra ball pressure.
Munga, not quite. Great rebound there by Bishop, and then it gets taken away. Wilson comes up with it. Werong's already knocked down a triple for this game. Hands it off to Griffin this time. Burton. Wilson. Still Kelly Wilson, the 41-year-old up against the 18-year-old. And Babongi claims the rebound. Boya's had a good season. Couldn't quite get the 3 to go. Coming to the starting lineup in place of the injured Chantal Horvat, and he's had some really crucial minutes. Griffin couldn't make the tough basket, so it's fast paced, but the shots aren't dropping for both sides at the moment.
Well, that's what pace does, though. It just creates that little bit of extra speed, unbalance on the shot, which is what's happening to Bendigo at the moment. But it's also happening to the Caps.
Boya wants to change things. That one comes off the backboard.
It's not often that you see Jade Melbourne exit the game this early, so you can tell the pace that this game's being played at.
Yeah, Melbourne, a high number of minutes per season, ranked 4th in the league with 34.6 per game. $15 points apiece, 20 seconds left. So some tall timber coming on for Bendigo. Tolo onto the floor. And Melbourne is going to come back on for a 20-second stint. And great to see Canberra local Meg Jefferson back out there. We know she's struggled a bit with injury this season.
Yeah, both coaches looking to give some players some minutes nice and early, calm the nerves, get them out there, see what they've got to offer.
Especially for Bendigo's sake, you just never know in finals. Things happen, foul troubles, injuries, hopefully not, but...
Absolutely. I mean, one of Bendigo's biggest assets is their depth, so they're going to be able to just reel players through, but the more that they can rest their stars, the more fresh they go into next week, which is would be the intention.
Ash Hannon out there as well. We haven't seen much of her this season. Another one that's struggled with a bit of injury, particularly concussion for Ash Hannon in her second WNBL season.
It's been unfortunate that she's missed this season, or a majority of it, but looking forward to seeing her today. Hopefully she gets a few extra minutes. It's these sort of players that can sometimes step up for those valuable extra minutes in finals.
Melbourne with the clutch finish. Happy with that one. You can see how much it still means to these two teams. And at quarter time, scores level, 17 points apiece. We'll take a quick break and come back to you shortly. Thank you for your company on this Super Saturday of Signet WNBL hoops at the AIS Arena. The Capitals and Bendigo both level on 17 points apiece. Julia Montesano and Larissa Anderson with you. And Larissa, it's two different approaches from two different teams. Not much to play for the Caps. Not much to play for Bendigo, I suppose. But both teams are really going at it, and they have their own sort of meanings in this game. And you can see scores level.
Look, absolutely. Bendigo will be taking this as a really great training run, and that's not disrespect. At the end of the day, the result of this game has no impact on finals whatsoever. So this is just a great run for them, and right now they'd be really disappointed in their rebounds. They've given up 6 offensive rebounds already, and they're down 17-13. So well done to the Caps on the boards if they can maintain that, and games have shown that when the Caps are getting the job done on the boards, the results have followed. The 3-point percentage for both teams is quite woeful at the moment. One from 7 for the Caps, 3 from 10 for Bendigo. I am sure Sammy Wickham was the discussion in the Caps huddle, already having 8 points and 5 rebounds. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here with Wickham.
Wickham needs 4 more points to reach 3,000 WNBL career points. So there's little tidbits like that both teams will be playing for. Of course, the Caps looking to send off Abby Bishop with a win, her last game in the WNBL. And the Caps looking to probably spoil the party as well a bit for the Spirit.
Absolutely. I mean, Bendigo have had 2 comprehensive wins against the Caps, but they haven't met since round 5. That's a long time ago, and the Caps have improved a huge amount since then.
Yeah, last time they met, 20-point loss to the Caps. Munga gets her own rebounds. Deserved the follow-up shot, but Potch able to finish it off.
That's another 2 offensive rebounds for the Caps. The Bendigo really need to address this really quickly.
Very uncharacteristic by the Spirit. Tolo out there along with Hannon. Burden! There's the 3-point percentage slowly drifting up.
That's what she does. When they need to score, she'll find a way.
And the Spirit take the lead in this game for the first time, but Melbourne responds right back.
Jade Melbourne looks very poised and relaxed today. It's great to see. She's had a great start.
Wilson into Hannon. That's a beautiful pass, but equally great response by Munga. Babongi to Collier. Back to Jade Melbourne. Collier has made one shot from that range and now a couple.
That was a really nice pass out of the pick and roll there.
So Burden with it. Just hit the three to start off this second term for Bendigo.
Just keep your eye on Collier and Tolo here if you want to see a really fun matchup.
Great basket there by Burden. She's having a great start to this term. 5 points to her name already. Tolo and Collier battling it out there, but Munga was found and finished.
Munga is doing an amazing job at moving off the ball. She just presents in the right spot, reads the game well, and is getting out of the Bendigo's vision.
Potch, great hands to get it out of there.
Great job.
Just falls short there from Collier. Now Burden off and running. Great pass ahead to Wickham. And now some yellow singlets get back. Tolo couldn't quite handle it. Hasn't quite been her game just yet, Mariana Tolo.
I was about to say, you can't quite do that, but she sees the amusing side of it.
She thought she nearly got away with it. The whistle was like a tiny bit late, but she couldn't quite hold her composure.
That's the Jade Melbourne we're all used to seeing. Always smiling.
Absolutely. A joy to watch. Oh, Burton, speaking of joys to watch.
Burton and Sammy are the two really keeping Bendigo in this game right now.
Melbourne trying to keep the Caps in it. Melbourne's got 11 points, leading all scorers. And she get another opportunity here. Babongi with it. Potch. Boria. Babongi just gets it slapped out of her hands. Griffin thought about the three and then drove in, made the tough two.
Great finish.
A classic Kelsey Griffin basket. And it's cut off there by Wickham. Again finds Griffin. Beautiful pass, equally great finish.
That's called experience right there. Just smart play, recognising who's on you, the mismatch, getting it done.
Great positioning, great finish by Kelsey Griffin. And now the Spirit leading 28-25, a timeout called on the floor. Gives both coaches a chance to have a chat to their teams. A few different strategies going across each bench. Bendigo finding their way back into this game through Veronica Burden and Kelsey Griffin. And you're going to make sure you're following all the live stats of today's game in the free WNBL app. You can also check out game highlights, team and player info and more. Download it from the App Store today.
1, 2, 3.
So Burden now up to 11 points for the game, joining Jade Melbourne in leading all scorers. And we can see another bright starter to this game has been Sammy Wickham. She's got the 8 points, 3 from 9 from the field, 5 rebounds and 2 assists as well. She's just 4 points off that magical 3,000 career points mark. And then you can see Burden, her partner in crime, 11 points, 4 from 7 from the field. And she's done most of her day
Players looking really tired today. I'm not sure if it's a little bit more hot than normal or maybe they're just feeling it, but you can see Bendigo, whilst they've just taken the lead, they do feel a little flatter than normal. It could just be the pace of the game, but it'll be interesting to see how they look at as the game goes on.
So Griffin missing the chance to convert the three-point play there. Hit that 2 before the timeout. Collier thought about it and knocks it down.
She's hitting that mid-range quite nicely. That's 3 for 3 so far.
She's winning the battle, you'd have to say, against Tolo at the moment. Tolo yet to score in this game, just the 1 rebound as well. Griffin's facing a bit of trouble out there. Back-to-back fouls on her in her last two drives to the basket.
That's what she does. She's an absolute pain to match up on. If you put a big on her, she'll get past you. If you put a smaller on her, she'll post you up. It's just what she does. She's got a really good, complete, smart game.
And gets right back up after being knocked down too. Great pass to Wilson. Bishop hands it to Melbourne. Caps down by 1. Just about halfway through this second period.
Great high-low.
Oh, and Wilson just got her hands in the wrong place there. So it sends the great Abby Bishop to the line.
That's some really good, big, deep breathing by Kelly Wilson right there on display.
So Abby Bishop at the line. An absolute champion of the WNBL in her last game. Thought she retired once she came back from overseas, and then Paul Goris said, hey, have you got a few more games in you? We need you out there. And she's just been absolutely fantastic since the word go.
He has been thrilled with the leadership and experience that Abby has shown has provided this young Caps team. He said that since coming in post-Christmas, she's kept that group calm. Her experience just keeps them all really measured about what they're trying to get about, and has been a big part of this comeback that they've made. They really have had a great second part of the season, and she's been a big part of just keeping them all together.
How about another big 3 there from Veronica Burton? She's feeling it this game.
She has absolutely started on fire. 14 points already to Burton.
Yep. Unbelievable shooting performance from Veronica Burton so far. She averages 14.4 points per game, up to 14 already, and we've still got another half to play, plus 4 minutes this quarter.
But this is what great teams do, right? So automatically you consider that Sammy Wickham's going to get 20 plus each game. That's what she averages. But the fact that they've got Griffin, Tolo, Abby Warren coming in, Casey Samuels isn't here today, but she's averaging double figures. Then you've got Burton, who just steps up whenever needed. So the depth that is provided there, that's exactly what makes them so hard and tough to guard, is that any given player can step up at any time.
So Griffin heads to the line. And calling all sports teams, say goodbye to travel headaches and hello to CTM Sport. CTM are 100% committed to delivering excellence in their field. Leave the logistics to the travel experts so your athletes can focus on what they do best. Learn more at ctmsport.com.au. So 31 plays 29. Abby Warren's just getting something off the floor there. Great rebound, Tolo, and she gets her first points of the game.
That is a massive no-no to allow an offensive rebound off a free throw, but great first points for Tolo.
It's been a great battle between her and Collier.
Absolutely.
Oh, and Griffin with the active hands there. Gets it off to Burton, who's feeling it at the moment, and oh, everyone's got to watch out for a flying Kelsey Griffin.
She's just asking, how did I fly that far?
That photographer was in
May
big
have had
trouble
just
there.
a
But
little extra push, but
All okay out there, thankfully. 33 plays 29. 3.5 minutes left in the opening half. Jade Melbourne launches a long three. Burden comes up with it. 5 from 8 from the field. She's made 2 triples. Gets it to Tolo for back-to-back buckets. Not quite. Collier had a bit of a mismatch and took full advantage.
that's really smart basketball by the Caps, and they just need to string a few of those possessions together. They tend to do this through the season. They play really well, and then they just go about 2 or 3 minutes where they have a few brain fades and teams stretch the lead out. So it's great to see them stay with the spirit here.
Just 2 points the margin at the moment. Jade Melbourne launches a deep triple. Jade Melbourne, that's what she does.
She's out there to have some fun today. She's playing very, very relaxed.
Why not? She's had a great season. She'd love to continue it tonight. Werung, instant response.
She absolutely loves that corner. You have to get her covered.
Absolutely. One player you can never leave alone, Abby Werung. Bishop thought about it. Boya. Melbourne.
Why not?
Falls short this time.
Not the swish she wanted.
Jane Melbourne joining Burden on 14 points. We'll have some rotations of the bigs from both teams. Bishop and Tolo taking a seat on opposite teams today, but they've spent a lot of time together in this town over the years. Sammy Wickham. Hannon. Couldn't quite get the finish.
You just see the work that Kelsey Griffin puts in there. That basket would have been credit to her. Blocking her out half is not going to get it done. You have to push her out. She will not give up until she comes up with possession.
Good hesitation by Boya, led to the Collier drive, and she'll head to the charity stripe.
Yeah, that would have been really nice if it finished, but that was still a great pick and roll play, great pass.
Well, Ford dealers are all about supporting the game here in Australia. From Ford Aussie Hoops to the WNBL, they've been backing Aussie sports and communities for nearly 100 years. So when you're ready to hit the court, your local Ford dealer is here to help you get to the game. So a timeout on the floor as well. 1:30 left in this opening half. Scores level at the moment, 36 points apiece. Jane Melbourne and Veronica Burden leading the way with the 14 points for the game. Only 2 players in double figures so far. Sammy Whitcomb following close by with the 8 points. You see Abby Bishop listening in intently in what looks to be, well, most certainly is her last game in WNBL. Been a great server in this league.
She sure has. 3-time WNBL champion, WNBA champion, WNBL Rookie of the Year.
And our team's come out with a vengeance to start off this game. I mean, scores level at the moment. Last time these two teams played, the Caps were down by 20. Caps went down by 20 points. They've lost the series already, but they're trying to get one back here and spoil Bendigo's party heading into finals.
Well, they've started well. I mean, Sammy Wickham had 8 early points, hasn't scored since, but then Burton's really stepped up and Griffin's really stepping up since then. But the Caps are getting the job done on the boards. They're still, that is what's keeping them in this game. That's why it's why it's neck and neck.
See Melbourne and Collier leading the way in those rebound stats as well. 6 rebounds apiece. Both players also in double digits. Collier got herself up to 10 points. And Melbourne, of course, with the 14. So again, some young players out on the floor for Bendigo. Griffin. Speaking of, oh, that would have been a great entry to the game. Melbourne comes up with it. Hands it back to Munga. Ooh. One-handed rebound by Collier. Drew the foul.
Another offensive rebound by Collier. She really does position her. She's a strong body. But just look how she positions herself under the basket. Makes it really hard for Hannon, who gets a little tangled.
And she's got to come off the floor. It's her third foul for the game, I believe. So not quite the game she would have wanted so far.
No, but it's going to happen. She's missed a lot of basketball over the last few months, so probably is going to be a little rusty.
Great defense there by the Spirit. And now they're running on offense. Whitcomb, Tolo, bucket. How many times have we said that this season?
Yeah, not a whole lot you can do about that. That's great rim running by Tolo.
Spirit back in front by 2. 30 seconds left in this opening half. It's been a great game so far. Melbourne, she's had a fantastic start to the game.
You just cannot leave her like that. I mean, they're glued to her, and then as soon as the pick and roll comes, they pop under. She's always going to shoot that.
What can Bendigo do to finish off here? Down by a point, leading into the half. Sammy Whitcomb. That one's just short. What's the referee's call here? Oh, jump ball. So I think both referees were staring at each other, not quite sure. I think they went with the jump ball. The arrow was facing towards the Capitals.
Well, when in doubt, if neither of them knew, that was the decision they had to make for 0.7 seconds.
Well, that's the end of the opening half here at the AIS Arena. It's a great battle between the UC Capitals and the Bendigo Spirit. 39 plays 38. Don't go anywhere. Big second half coming up very, very shortly.
Through every heartache, through every cheer, we won't give up till the final buzzer. We've never been more ready.
Need the composure. Jackson blows the roof off. Wow, it's LJ the GOAT. There's Jackson again.
Well, that's something that they're going to have to take care of business.
Through every heartache, through every cheer, we won't give up till the final buzzer. We've never been more ready.
Get closer to the game with the free WNBL app.
Clark with the N1.
Check out the fixture and grab your tickets.
What a finish to the third quarter.
Catch game highlights, stay connected to your favorite player or team, and follow live game stats. Anytime, anywhere.
Cole cracks 2 more.
The WNBL app is where it's at. Download now.
Celebrating 50 years of sneakers?
What do you call a dinner that's ready in minutes and gone in seconds? A slam dunk. That's Latina fresh pasta. Tasty, fuss-free and Aussie-made. Latina. We got the weeknight.
Ford dealers have backed sport in communities for nearly 100 years. And now, from the Boomers and Opals to Aussie Hoops, your local Ford dealer is proud to support basketball. Because all dreams start somewhere.
Welcome back to the nation's capital on this Signet WNBL doubleheader for your Saturday afternoon. And it's the Capitals leading the Bendigo Spirit 39 points to 38 at halftime. Julia Montesano and Larissa Anderson with you in commentary. And Larissa, it's been a spirited performance, pardon the pun, by the Caps. They've come to play and they lead by a point.
They're doing a fantastic job. We've mentioned a few times it's really a big part of it's the rebounding. They're winning the boards at the moment. They're dominating the offensive boards, which is getting them second, third looks when they're not quite finishing. So just getting after it, the hunger, they're playing with a lot of energy. We've mentioned that they like to play with pace, and they're definitely doing that, which is pushing Bendigo a bit. So far it's been a really, really good game, and they've only got the 5 turnovers. Now, I'm touching wood when I say that because that's obviously been an Achilles heel for the Caps this season. They've averaged well and truly over the 15. So to keep for both teams to be only on 5 turnovers, it's quite high quality at the moment.
Yeah, it's a very high-paced game as well, and it's a bit of a sort of a luxury for the Spirit. They're not on their 100% A game, but they're only down with a point, so they take a lot of confidence heading into this second half.
Yeah, look, I've mentioned it earlier in the game that they just don't quite see themselves at the moment. They're obviously still playing well, but they just seem a little flatter than normal. So, but that certainly picked up in the second part of that first half. So I have no doubt that they've got a lot more to give in this second half. But this is a great run for them, and it's going to be better than any training that they can do. So credit to the Caps in front of their home crowd. Abby Bishop's last game. Hopefully they, no matter what, they're going to be really proud and leave it all out there so that they can send Abby off in the best possible way. Whether that be a win or a loss, one thing you can guarantee is that the Caps will give it everything they've got.
Absolutely. 3 players in double figures. Who can join them in the second half? Don't go anywhere. We're going to catch you right on the other side of this break as we take a look at the top 5 plays of last round. Jones up against me here, underneath, and gets the bucket to go.
Sway, nowhere to go. Great defense from the Caps as Deeble takes it away. Fast transition, Melbourne for a first bucket of the day.
Steps back again. Jazz Shelley feeling it. Step back 3, she's doing it all.
Carla working hard. Here goes Mansfield. Gets the call as well.
So smooth by Mansfield, just up and under, finish with a little lefty hook. That was nice.
Takes on the Adelaide defense, but it's a good win to the Lightning. They want to take it on with a fast transition. Talbot, unbelievable!
That is what you love to see. And that came from their defense. They got that steal and then alley-oop to Talbot. Love it.
Jasmine and Maddie selected to represent Australia in basketball at the 2022 Oceania Asia Games in Brisbane. Well, they both won silver and bronze in the 3x3 competition. In 2023, they were selected to the Australian women's basketball team known as the Pearls. The Pearls again finished second and third. Jasmine was also named to the All-Star team. They both recently represented the ACT Championships in Ballarat, making the grand final against Victoria. Also both members of the girls squad, and I hope you
Thanks for your company here on 9 Now as we take you through the second half of the Capitals up against the Bendigo Spirit here at the AIS Arena. 1 point separates these two sides at the moment, but the difference for Bendigo has been this woman on screen, Veronica Burden, 14 points, 2 rebounds and 2 assists to start off her game. Larissa Edison, she's been fantastic so far.
She has been really, really good for the Spirit. She's kind of just led the way, gone about her thing, gets it done both ends, keeping them well and truly in this game.
Absolutely right. She's averaging the 14.4 points per game this season and up to 14 points already in the half. The Northwestern Uni junior, 3-time Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. Of course, picked 7 in the 2022 WNBA draft to Dallas and then spent some time with Connecticut in 2024. And of course, you may notice that today some players from both teams, or all players from both teams, have a purple band around the top of their singlet. This band is a powerful symbol of support for survivors of domestic violence. This season, the WNBL clubs, athletes and the Players Association have united to raise awareness around this critical issue. Enough is enough. A life free from violence is possible, and when everyone plays a role, real change happens. Learn how you can be part of the solution by visiting Full Stop Australia. So both teams heading back to their huddles. Just 1 point separates them at the moment. And you can see Paul Goris delivering some last messages to the Caps. They've been wanting to spoil the party here today. They've lost the series already, but they've been hoping to spoil the party, send off Abby Bishop with a win. Jade Melbourne leading the way for them with 17 points at the half, 7 from 15 from the field. She's had an excellent start to this game. 6 rebounds and 2 assists to add to her stat line as well. And week in, week out this season, Jade Melbourne has continued to deliver for this Caps team, and pretty much every game she's played in the Caps uniform, she's just stood up. And she really loves her time in the nation's capital, doesn't she, Larissa?
She really does. And look, it's been a bit of a challenging season for her in the Caps. Obviously, it's gotten better as the season goes on, but Jade does get a lot of attention, deservedly, every single week. So today she's already above her average in... Look, she's averaging 14.5 points, 5.6 rebounds. She's already above both of those stats. She's obviously just a bit down in the assists, but that's because she's scoring more. So let's see what she can do in this second half. That has been a very entertaining first half by her and Burton.
Melbourne ranked number 1 in assists for the league as well, 6.8 per game. She's on the 2 right now. You can see she's joining the scoring column by Charlie Collier with 10 points for the game. Collier also with the 7 rebounds. She's really willing herself to win that battle up against Mariana Tola at the moment. Tola with 4 points and 2 rebounds. So it's a great performance from the former WNBA number 1 pick.
Absolutely, and I find she does tend to lift against these players such as Tolo and the like. She matches up well with them. It's a good matchup for her. They're very traditional 5 men, the 2 of them. 5 women, I should say. Yeah. So it's a really good matchup between them.
So third quarter tipping off here at the AIS Arena. Another great crowd packed to the house as the Caps continue to celebrate their 40th year in this great league. You can see the poster just on the left of your screen as Griffin gets the first points of the second half.
I really like that look. They were just very, very poised and measured. They were going until they got that mismatch.
And Griffin's been pushing and pushing and pushing all game. 5 rebounds and now 6 points for her. Melbourne up to 20.
Bendigo really need to address this pick and roll defense on Jade. It's leaving her nice and open, and she's seeing a hula hoop out there so far today.
Seeing a hula hoop, I like that. Burden, another one having a great day. Wilson wants to get it back to Burden. Both teams with their starting 5s out on the floor. Boria collects the rebound this time. Has Potch up ahead of her, goes herself. Just couldn't quite get the finish.
It's such a shame. There's that pace. They really do want to push, and they've missed a couple of those, but they look good when they do it.
Whitcomb momentarily loses it. Uncharacteristic, but great defense from the Caps. Boria with it again. To Melbourne with the hot hand. Driving on Whitcomb this time. Gets the tough finish as well. 1 more to come for Jade.
Once you get your eye in, she is a very, very hard player to stop. Very similar to the lady that was just playing defense on her.
Playing with such freedom at the moment, Jade Melbourne.
It was a fairly soft foul, which is probably what Sammy was trying to question, but
Jade continues climbing up the points tally. 6 points already now in the third for her. Caps up by 5. Whitcomb coming off a huge game against the Flyers, 33 points. And Bowyer again ends up with it for the Caps.
so far the Caps are just getting the job done on the boards. It's making a big difference and allowing them to do what almost happened there and push the ball. And they just keep putting lots of pressure on the rim, challenging Bendigo to get back.
The rebound count has ballooned up 31-10. Canberra's favour. Oh, Melbourne momentarily loses it. And it will be Spirit ball. Bit too much energy in that play there from Jade. Up to 23 points for the game. Wilson. Trying to work with Griffin. Burden with it. Shot clock in single digits. Whitcomb, a deep three. Knocks it down!
You could see that set just moving forward, and you've just got to know where Sammy is at all times.
Unbelievable finish there by Sammy Whitcomb. Been a bit quiet since the first term.
She will never stay quiet, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
And there's just a couple of little turnovers by the Caps there. Hopefully they can get a stop here and a good score on the next trip.
Griffin wanted to find Whitcomb again. Did find Whitcomb.
Much better defense here by the Caps.
I think you want 5 Nicole Mungers out there. She just plays good defense on whoever she's playing on.
That was one of their better defensive sets then by the Caps. They were really active, aggressive, up in the lanes, and you could see as soon as you're off the ball, they're all packing it in.
Abby Bishop back out there.
Be nice to get a round of applause like that every time you step on the floor, isn't it?
Oh, good heads there again. Guess who? She's everywhere. Borietta Potch. They want Bishop. They also love Melbourne. Driving. And foul called in the midst of it all. Collier just holding that ankle.
Oh, what have they called here?
I thought it was a foul, but...
It is a foul, but I thought it was going to be called on the Caps.
Mm.
But I think it's actually been called on Bendigo.
Oh, right.
Everyone's looking a little confused.
Collier's still holding that ankle, more importantly. So she's headed off the floor for the time being. We'll get that checked out. So it's Caps ball. Looks like the foul was called on the Spirit. Oh, Wilson reaching in. So 2 points of difference between the two teams at the moment. Sammy Whitcomb needing just 1 point to reach 3,000 WNBL career points.
I just love how calm Bendigo stay there, showing their experience in the huddle. Most teams would be getting very frustrated right now, feeling like not a lot going their way, but they just stay really tight. You could tell each other then, just move forward, next play, get it done.
Bishop, good rebound. Wanted to kick it out, found Munger.
Gosh,
again, staying involved.
Look at the boards.
Potch eventually gets it to go.
That's 13 offensive rebounds already for the game. 3 just in that possession.
Unbelievable numbers. Wilson. Great 3 from her. The 41-year-old. Still looks like she's fit as a fiddle, enjoying her time. She's unbelievable. She really is.
She is fit as a fiddle.
Yeah. So good to see her continue to produce brilliance in the WNBL. So too does Nadia Poch.
Love to see her shoot that shot.
So now the three-point party's getting started here at AIS Arena. Can Burton join it? She can!
So you've seen that a few times from the Spirit. Canberra have to give something up. They're leaving that skip pass. Bendigo all over it.
Melbourne from the elbow, great shot.
What a great game, just end to end.
Great offensive display. Great defense as well, particularly from the Caps with their rebounding count. Good finish there from Tolo.
So great to see the back-to-back Canberra Cap champions playing on each other there. I believe we were discussing off air, they used to be housemates for those 2 back-to-back championships. That's Tolo and Bishop we're talking about. Be a bit of fun that they get to go up against each other today.
They would absolutely be loving it out there. They lived together for 3 seasons, won the 2 championships together. And they're both back in the nation's capital here tonight. Sending off Abby Bishop, one of the legends of this league. Speaking of legends of the league, Wilson again, a beautiful drive, backing up that 3 she hit before.
Just so poised and patient. And when a basket's required, she'll step up.
And it's almost been a different contributor every quarter for the Spirit. It was Whitcomb in the first, it was Burton in the second, now it's Wilson. Griffin's been consistent all throughout. And that's why they've been kept in this game.
Surprised that didn't go in.
Yeah.
Probably the first miss in a few possessions.
So it means both teams can take a tiny bit of a breath, you think. Burton can't nail the 3. Oh, Whitcomb just snatched it out of her hands. Great intent. Of course, Sammy Whitcomb, fresh off signing with the Phoenix Mercury in the WNBA, a new team for her.
Big moves.
Big moves happening all round. She'll play alongside Celeste Taylor, who we found out before is unfortunately missing the rest of the season with a foot injury in the WNBL. So that's a real big blow to Sydney's finals chances there.
So disappointing. She's a big part of that lineup that are already so depleted.
Yeah. Playing the Spirit in the finals, so it won't be an easy task for them. Of course, tomorrow's game between Perth and Townsville will decide the 2nd and 3rd placings.
That's a big game tomorrow. Second spot could be the difference between making the grand final, getting that home court advantage.
Perth travelling up to Townsville tomorrow. Well, they travelled up today, in fact, a 6 a.m. flight, as we read in Megan Huswaite's column.
There she is again. Burton just lurking in the lanes, ready to snap that steal. She does it so well.
She's continued to provide all game Veronica Burton for the Bendigo Spirit. A timeout called on the floor. Bendigo leading by a point against the Caps. It's been a great game all round, been very up and down, a great battle between both teams. Both playing for different reasons. Capitals looking to spoil the party. Spirit looking to extend their celebrations heading into finals. A lot of meaning out there, despite not much in terms of moving up the ladder with the result. Hope you enjoyed it at home.
Right now they need to have a really big conversation about Jade Melbourne. She's on 27 points with still 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. So I would say that a whole lot of that timeout right now would be about Jade Melbourne and what to do. And blocking out. They're getting killed on the rebounds. It's 38-26, which is just inexcusable really, considering that Bendigo actually average 37 rebounds for the game, average 37 rebounds per game. They've really got to lift with the rebounding and work out what they're going to do on the pick and roll with Jade Melbourne.
Well, if you're looking for a quick win in the kitchen, Latina Fresh Pasta will do the trick. It's easy, Aussie made, and seriously yummy for the whole family. What's not to love? Make dinner a slam dunk with Latina Fresh, proud sponsors of the WNBL. What do you sense those Caps conversations would have been then, Larissa? If the spirits are about Jade Melbourne, what do the Caps focus on?
Well, the fact that they're down by 1 point against the league leaders and league favourites, I think they'd be pretty happy with how they're going. So I think the conversation would be keep doing what you're doing. They're not liking the pace. They're not liking us pushing the ball. We're up on the rebounds. Just keep doing that. Keep pushing the ball. But defence, I know, has been the biggest focus. As we speak about defence, great job there by the Spirit to get the 5-second violation from the end line and win possession back. But defence has to be the key for Canberra, because if you want to push the ball, you have to get stops. So right now they're getting some good stops and they're able to run.
So great start at the timeout by Spirit. It was those young players really who caused that violation. And then the veteran Tolo finishes it off.
Great move there by Tolo. She loves that going middle, drop step baseline.
Jade Melbourne gets it to Bishop. Wickham, strong rebound. That's better. Needs just 1 point for 3,000 in the WNBL, loses it. And Melbourne, speaking of getting points, 29 for Jade.
It's where she lives her best life, out in that open court. Absolutely loves it.
Having a ripper game, Jade Melbourne. Guiding her team to what she hopes will be a win. Doing everything in her power to get the victory today in front of their home fans. We've been with the team this whole season. Every game they've showed up. Two veterans going at it there, or a few veterans out there.
Just a nice high five to the face. We've seen a few of them this season, but as you always see, players always go over and check in, make sure they're okay.
Wilson already hit 1 free for the game. And Melbourne, the woman of the moment. 29 points. Feeds Collier. Draws the foul.
So this is what you really like seeing all of a sudden. So they're going to have to give, Bendigo are going to have to give Jade a whole lot more attention, which should start opening up the big on the pick and roll. And she found Collier then. Off to the foul line for 2.
Melbourne's super smart in these situations. She's been getting that sort of attention all season. And she knows when she does get it, she needs to give it away. That's why she leads the league in assists, 6.8.
Yeah, when you're also scoring, to be getting 6.8 assists is very impressive, but she also averages 5.6 rebounds, so she and 2 steals. Great job.
Disappointed anyway. Oh, athletic finish by Burton. We're just going to make sure both players are okay. Burton almost did a Specky sort of leap on Nicole Munger there. Thankfully, both players up on their feet.
Yeah, just quick legs there. They're tough. They'll walk it out. Hopefully they're both okay. Great finish by Burton.
Spoke about it a bit, but it's the Spirit would probably not like this situation as much. They'd love to be leading by a lot more now and be able to rest those big names, but they're sticking out there. They want to win this game. Bowyer. That one falls short. Kelly Wilson. 7 points for her this game. Kicks it out to Simpson. Great job to find Tolo in the midst of all that. And the foul is called.
That's 3 fouls on Potch now, so you're going to have to be just a bit careful.
just hitting the deck.
Or they called that on Collier. That's 3 fouls on Collier.
She's going to stick out there for the time being. 51 seconds left in this third term. 59 plays 58. Wearang in the corner. Not quite the finish you would have hoped. Katie Diebel now. Babongi. Capitals youngsters combining. Monique Babongi, beautiful finish.
Really nice finish. Nice little up fake step through.
With Mariana Tolo in front of you. An Olympian, no less. It's pretty awesome to have that finish as an 18-year-old in this league. Tolo, Burden, 3 ball, not so good. But there is Babongi again. Just a big heave. Didn't quite make the journey. Well, we have a great finish on our hands in this game at AIS Arena. A 3-quarter time. It's the Caps leading 60-59. Don't go anywhere. Great finish coming up on the other side of this.
You can feel his presence jumping out of the way. Happy, well done, Huffs. Okay, we've got you $150 off your next round of basketball fees because we know that helps out.
Welcome back to the AIS Arena. We have a ball game on our hands. It's the UC Capitals leading the Bendigo Spirit by 1 point. 17 points apiece in the first term. The Capitals outscored Bendigo 22-21 in the second, and then 21 points apiece in the third. It has been neck and neck all game, Larissa Ennis, and it's been a fantastic one to watch.
Such a great game. I mean, credit to the Caps. They've come out, exactly executed the game plan that they would have wanted to execute for 3 quarters. Hopefully they can hold on for one more. Bendigo, as you mentioned, probably wouldn't want to be in this situation right now. Ideally, they'd probably prefer to be rotating bodies a bit more, but it's also a great game to go into finals with. They've got a fight in front of a really vocal, supportive crowd. Great atmosphere. So, I mean, you just take it for what it is and just go for it. But this young lady on the screen right now, what a game she's having with 29 points and another quarter to go. Let's see how she can finish this game off.
12 from 22 from the field, 7 rebounds and 4 assists for Jade Melbourne. Her team leading by a point. Looking to spoil Bendigo's party leading into finals and end their season on a high note. They've had plenty of positives. Just fell short at the end to Sydney last week, ending their run to finals. But they love to go out on a high note, play with some pride. They have been playing with pride so far, that's for sure.
Oh.
And Melbourne's got a 30-piece.
She really does have it on a string right now. Everything's dropping. It's 31.
But she's not done yet.
No, we're definitely on Jade watch this quarter.
Oh, beautiful fake. KG 23, turning back the clock.
We have seen that fake so many times over the years. And yet it still works.
Absolutely. Kelsey Griffin lighting it up.
Great pass.
Against her former team as well. Here she is again for back-to-back baskets. Heads to the line for 2.
Kelsey getting well acquainted with the floor today. You've said Kelsey of old a couple of times. I'd have to agree with you. She looks fantastic out there.
Seems rejuvenated in these colours this season. Of course, Bendigo returning to finals first time in a decade. They've only won the one championship. They're the team to beat at the moment, but they're fighting it out here at the AIS Arena. 62 plays 62 at the moment. It's the game they probably love to have leading into finals, a real competitive battle. As long as they escape with no injuries and in their favour a win, they'd love it.
Absolutely. And that's what you want. You want everyone healthy going into finals.
Of course, Casey Samuel's missing today just with a minor knee complaint, so it looks like she'll be back for finals. Just a precaution to sit out today. Wera corner. Not this time. Melbourne on 31 points. Babongi wanted it. Finds Munga. Collier. Still with the Caps. Shot clock down to 5. This is where Jade does her best work. Babongi nails it.
They weren't expecting her to pass it.
Absolutely. Jade Melbourne outsmarting the Bendigo Spirit defense there and getting Monique Babongi a nice triple as well. Callie Wilson couldn't quite get the three to go on her end. And that's the difference right now. 3 points between the two teams. Melbourne knocks it down once again. 34 for Jade.
I'm a little surprised that adjustment hasn't been made yet. She has hit that time and time again on the fast break. You cannot go under and leave Jade Melbourne. She's on 34 points.
Ice cold in the timeout as well, getting some great words of affirmation from Nat Hurst, who, by the way, isn't it great to see Nat Hurst on the bench for the Capitals? We know she did a great job with the Adelaide Lightning. She's come to the Caps as an assistant. They lead 68-62 in this timeout. In a great position for this game.
It is absolutely fabulous to see Nat Hurst move on with the Caps, and why wouldn't you grab her? She's got so much to offer. She knows this league inside and out, so much experience with the Caps alone.
Yeah.
She's multiple championship winner with the Caps. This would just feel like home to her with Gorry. No doubt she's made a huge difference since joining the Caps.
Well, Foot Locker is celebrating 50 years of sneakers. Celebrate 50 years and the current hoop season by grabbing the latest kicks and apparel at your nearest Foot Locker, the official major partner of the WNBL. So the Caps with a big lead at the moment, and it's all been thanks to Jade Melbourne. 34 points, 58% from the field, 7 rebounds, and now got herself up to 5 assists too. Has made a few nice passes to start this fourth term. She's playing with a great spirit. She wants to get the win for her team. And she's within sight of the highest amount of points scored by a player this season. Shanice Swain leading the way with a 40-piece in that game against Townsville. So within striking distance, Jade.
Well, there's over 7.5 minutes to play. It is well and truly in threat here.
Of course, Swain made 8 triples in that game. Sydney couldn't get the win in the end, and she still managed to get 40 points.
It's interesting, Sammy Wickham had 8 points early in the first quarter and is now only on 11, so the Caps have done a pretty good job on her since quarter time. Great help.
Melbourne nodding along on the deck. Opal versus Opal. Melbourne wins out. Just as you were saying, Larissa, they have done a great job on keeping her quiet since that quarter time break.
Well, they've just mixed it up a little. A few different matchups, smaller, quicker guards, taller, quicker guards. You'd see they forced baseline, iced her, then had the good split line come across. So they're mixing it up.
Great D there by Wilson on Melbourne. Babongi gets free on the reverse.
Bongi giving some really valuable minutes here. There's nothing more dangerous than playing a young, energetic team that have absolutely nothing to lose.
It's hard to believe Monique Bongi's in her first season of WNBL, guarding the 41-year-old.
We have got some very, very exciting talent coming through, that is for sure.
Griffin couldn't quite get the step back, but how about the experienced vets in the league? I mean, they still look so fresh. Still playing some amazing basketball. Kelly Wilson looks like she could play another 5 seasons at this rate.
She probably will.
Griffin as well.
Why wouldn't you?
Magnificent. Yeah.
I mean, and credit to Kelly. People would look at that. Most people that don't know Kelly wouldn't know actually how hard she works. She works so hard off court on her fitness. There is a reason she looks after her body. There's a reason she's lasted this long.
One of the many mums as well, doing great things in this league. Here she is with it again. She's got to pull her team out of a bit of a bad spot at the moment. Down 70-62. Caps have had a very nice start to this 4th term.
Just watch the energy though, the difference between the Caps. We talked about their defense earlier in the game, that's been what's been inconsistent for them. You can really see it shining today. They're up, they're following their rules. They all are on the same page. They're up and in, they're switching aggressively. They're blocking out for the most part. The rebounding has been a huge key today, but this defense has been really good.
And the celebrations after every little effort are spot on from the Caps. You can see the emotions in their faces for every call. They're riding everything. And there's that vocal crowd.
There goes the crowd.
It's been their attitude all season, this Caps crowd.
You know, she got a lot of ball, but also took her feet out. That's only foul number 2 for Jade, so unlike last week, she's so far okay.
What a great job Brand Catasano did on her that game.
She really did.
We spoke about her offensive output a bit earlier on, those 8 made threes.
It was the defensive contribution that really, that's pretty much like a 40-point game to her, stopping someone as potent as Jade Melbourne, but also chiming in 26 points of her own. Very impressive.
Wilson. Melbourne with the rebound. Oh, Wilson got it back. She just finds herself in the right spot all the time. Passes it off to Burton. Tough foul there. Burton asking the question. There's Kelly Wilson. You just knew she was going to make that pass. Burton's had an excellent game, to her own credit. 21 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. 3 triples to go with it too.
This is going to be really entertaining to watch what Bendigo do here in this last 5.5 minutes. They wouldn't have expected to be in this situation. But it's also a great practice going into finals, because no doubt they've got to meet Sydney first. And then if they get past Sydney, either Townsville or Perth are going to be a tough matchup. So this is really a great pre-finals run for them. Even though it's not quite the run they would have, they don't want to run as much as this.
And they're sticking with their starters on the floor. Great practice for those 5 who have been so consistent all season to get their team out of this battle. 70 plays 64.
Great pass, Burton.
Equally good finish by Griffin. She says, count that, please.
You see how the shot clock just does not faze them. They're so patient and poised in the half court until they get the look they want for the most part.
Whitcomb proving troublesome there on Boya.
We're probably just asking the question, well, why is it a foul on me and not up the other end? They are allowing a lot to go. From our point of view, it's highly entertaining. We love seeing the physicality of the game. It does frustrate players at times.
So Potch back out there, inbounding the ball from the sideline. Under 5 minutes left in this game. 4 points the difference. Melbourne with 34 points. Came off the feet.
I like that though, going into the hard show. Much better. Get the ball out of Jade's hands.
So another chance for Canberra here. And they spoil the party of the Spirit. Bendigo have only lost 2 games for the entire season. Staring at their third at the moment. Unless they can change things in this last 4.5 minutes.
A player like Burton deserves to have deflections counted on the stat sheet. She really does do a lot of she has a lot of deflections that go unnoticed.
Oh, Potts hit the deck quite hard there. Allows Bendigo to head up the opposite end of the floor, and a foul called. And you can hear exactly what the crowd thinks of that.
So this is where they need to just huddle, stay tight. They're still in a good position here. We saw this against Sydney last week and they got really rattled. They just need to stay really focused and together here. And keep smiling, exactly like that.
Yes, exactly right. Burton's been fantastic this game, both offensively and defensively. It's been the theme of her season. But right now the margin stands at 3. 70 plays 67.
Hasn't been a lot of free throws today. Both teams have only put 11 up. Oh.
Munga! Big time triple!
Massive 3 by Munga.
How important is that going to be heading into the last 4 minutes of this game? 73 plays 67. Whitcomb kicks it out. Burton. Warung. Munga closed her in. Burton couldn't make the tough shot. Oh, Melbourne, great rebound and kept her feet in the end.
That's rebound number 9 for Melbourne. She's also got 5 assists to go with her 34 points. She's been on triple-double watch a little bit this season. It's very impressive.
Oh, and that one just fell out.
That was such a good drive. Just didn't quite drop. And great tape by Burton. Recognised the lack of split line there. The Caps just kind of lost their way a bit on defence then. Very smartly timed drive by Burton then to attack the key.
So she heads to the line for 2 again.
If that was called on Melbourne, that's her 4th.
Yeah, it was the announcer said it was someone's fault. We're just checking if it was definitely Melbourne.
Yesterday, it was the International Day of Love. It was Valentine's Day.
Either way, 73-67 is the score at the moment. A timeout on the floor. Very interesting for Bendigo. There's part of you that thinks they love this situation. They love to be in a close game. They want their best players out on the floor. And there's another part of you that thinks, oh, maybe I want to rest some players. Maybe want to just forget about this result and put all the focus into next week. But they want to win. And they've really put the clamps on Jade Melbourne. That was her 4th foul confirmation there. So very interesting stages as we approach the end of this game, Larissa.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not exactly what Bendigo would want right now to be playing their starters these sort of minutes. But it is what it is. Credit to the Caps. So now Bendigo just need to take this on as a great run and see if they can finish this off. They're not going to go away, that is for sure. As we enjoy this awesome music by the Caps, can I just say?
I think they're doing a bit of Valentine's Day celebrations out there on the floor. Happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrate.
So we'd hate to see Jade Melbourne foul out here. She's had 3, she was only on 1 foul, now she's on 4. She's had all 3, so Bendigo really attacking here. But also Jade's being really aggressive defensively, so she's going to have to make a little bit of adjustment. They need her on the floor for these last 3 minutes.
And Burton's so smart. This is her 2nd time at the line, back to back. She knows that they can play the foul game now. The Spirit. 4 points the difference. Melbourne staying out there.
Oh,
Steps
that's a
back.
big shot.
Very brave.
It really was. But when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. And she hasn't had a shot in a little while, but credit Bendigo have made some adjustments on that pick and roll, which is good to see. It slowed her down a little bit. If someone could just let Jade know she only needs 4 assists and 1 rebound. She's got her triple-double.
She's got the ball in her hand now. Sure, all eyes for her are focused on a win. She gets another pass to Collier, and there's another assist.
That's 7 assists. Great little bounce pass there to Collier. Very poised.
2.5 minutes left. Burton's been the one for Bendigo, and she gets another 3 to go.
That is a huge 3, as she says to her team, come on.
3 points the margin now. It's been Melbourne on one end, it's been Burton on the other. Who will shine through and get the win? Munga rises up.
Yep, really nice finish.
One of the quiet achievers of this league, goes about her business and gets the job done each and every week.
Just listen to how loud that crowd is. It's just fantastic.
Big rebound here. Griffin just glides in. Oh, it just couldn't quite make the distance into the bucket. That was nearly the most clutch rebound she's had all career.
2 great offensive rebounds there, one by Tolo, one by Griffin. They just didn't quite fall. 5 points, 1.5 minutes to go.
Great battle between these two teams in a game really that it doesn't mean much for ladder positions at all. They're both putting it all out there. Great to see. Melbourne draws the foul. She's been a warrior this game. 34 points. The Capitals captain. She's got the double-double, 34 points, 10 rebounds. 7 assists as well.
Make that 35. Very impressive game by Jade today.
And the cheer of the crowd tells you the result of that free throw. The Caps extend their lead. Time to go for the Spirit, but a great steal there.
Considering she's on 4 fouls, that was really aggressive, impressive defense there by Jade. They're already trying to waste a bit of clock.
Shot clock in single digits now. Poch hit the deck. Luckily she's smiling.
She's used to doing that.
So 79-72. 5th foul there.
This will absolutely be a party in the nation's capital if they can finish this off. Listen to them go.
(79-72). They love to complete their season with the win. They've had many memorable moments throughout season 2024-25. Stuck on that bottom as for much of the start of the season. Fought their way back in with some great wins. Sitting in 5th at the moment with 7 wins and 13 losses. They'll build on this season and learn a lot heading into next season. They'll be one of the finals favourites, you'd think, if they can build on their roster and continue this form.
Well, they've certainly started to rebuild again, which is exactly what they wanted. They've won more games this season than probably the last 2 seasons combined. They're a young group, they've improved, they've made a great run for finals. I mean, albeit it's been a very weird season, hasn't it, with the bottom 5 fighting it out at under 50% record, but they still had a chance to get into finals. Unfortunately, they didn't quite get that done against Sydney in the last 2 weeks. And I want to give a lot of credit to this young lady, Jade Melbourne, who was really disappointed with the way her game finished and her overall game last week. For anyone watching at home, this is how you respond from that disappointment. She has just put head down, bottom up, clearly put it behind her and come out to make a statement in front of her home crowd today. I think it's very impressive. And it's giving this crowd something to look forward to for next season, that is for sure.
Yeah, you could easily just come into this game thinking, oh, doesn't really mean anything for us, just want to have some fun out there, but she has come out with a point to prove. 36 points. Got the foul on her way in. Thought about counting the basket, now calling for the unsportsmanlike. She's been very active this game, Jade Melbourne. All smiles. So third foul on Burton. Melbourne at the line.
Just goes to show when you can get yourself into that relaxed, focused state, you're always going to perform better than when you allow that pressure to get on top of you, if you're overthinking, if you're dwelling on what's happened, the things that aren't going your way. She's really showed the way today.
37 points now for Jade. 80 plays 72. Under a minute left for the Spirit to fight. Tolo gets a bucket. And Burton, they'll have to play the foul game now.
Jade will say, no worries. Let me pile on these points.
Yes, exactly right.
That's 50 rebounds for the game for the Caps to Bendigo's 37.
Unbelievable.
That's 37. She's got 36 seconds to reach past Swain's 40-point game.
I wonder if she's got her eyes on that secretly.
I think she's got
Swain, her former teammate.
I think she's got her eyes more set on this win.
Party time at the AIS Arena. Caps ball from that baseline. A fist pump there from Nadia Potts, you can see in the screen.
As they should. I hope they really enjoy this. They have worked so hard today, and they've really, this would have to be the most consistent they have performed for a whole 40 minutes. They've only had a couple of little lapses.
It still ends up with Jade Melbourne, and again, she's fouled. It's like they wanted to get to the 40 points. You'd think they've fouled her 3 times now.
No pressure, Jade. Make your free throws.
20 seconds left in the game. 8 points the margin.
Yeah, they know she's on her way to 40. You can
They just absolutely adore her here. It is so great to see.
Oh,
no, Jade.
She's missed 2 free throws. That would have been 41 points. There's still time.
I don't think she minds at all. What a big win this is for the Capitals. Spoiling the Bendigo finals party on the eve of the regular season ending. And a big cheer from the crowd. Fist pumps in the air from Jade Melbourne. A big win for the Capitals in front of their home fans. They spoil Bendigo's party. They get one back in the series, end their season on a high note. And they win the game 83-74, sending Abby Bishop, a legend of this league, off on a high note.
What a fantastic win. Well done to the Caps. Well done to Abby Bishop on an absolutely amazing career, and well done to her to come back and be such a big part of helping the Caps have the back end of the season that they did. Congratulations, Abby. Well done.
All respect to her, and a great respect for Jade Melbourne as well. Confirmation of a 40-piece for Jade. 40 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists for Jade Melbourne to cap off her wonderful season in Capitals colours. What a great win for Paul Goris's team. They were bowed out of finals last week. They could have easily put their heads down and, I suppose, sulk about it in a way, but they've come out. They've really given Bendigo something to think about heading into finals, Larissa.
Well, they've certainly exposed a few things, but at the same time, it was always going to be a game tough to get Bendigo up, but they really would be disappointed in dropping this one, that is for sure. So I feel a little sorry for Sydney having to play them next week, because we've all known in the 2 games that they had, the only other 2 games that they have lost this season, they have come out absolutely fired up the week after. So bring on game 1, they will be saying.
Well, Sydney up next against Southside. That'll be a great game to watch. Guy Malloy's 350th game coaching in the WNBL, a great achievement for him. But wrapping up this game, we spoke about it throughout. The rebounding count was really the difference between these 2 teams. It was a great offensive battle, and you can see Jade Melbourne leading the way with those 40 points, but really the rebounding, you can see 2 players in double figures there for the Caps, is where sort of they won the game, really.
Absolutely, and I think we've also got to give them some credit for their defence. They've kept the Spirit to 74 points. They normally average 86 for the game, so that's well below their average. So you speak to Paul Gorris, defence has been their Achilles heel all season, so that's a great job by them defensively. And I believe we have a little bit of a highlight package for Abby. So for those Abby Bishop fans, we do have some great footage coming up for her shortly.
First up, let's just recognise the work of Jade Melbourne in this game. You can see confirmation of her amazing stats: 40 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 56% from the field, and 5 from 8 from long range, if you don't mind.
I know, just 3 assists short, but when you have when you drop 40, something's got to give. That's just a fantastic game, but we've mentioned a few times, it was just the way she went about it. She looked like she was having fun out there, and she was having fun out there. And who wouldn't have fun dropping those sort of stats? But she just looked like herself today. She looked a lot more relaxed, less pressure. Boy, did she lead the Caps beautifully today. Well done, Jade.
And as Larissa mentioned, a bit of a recognition here for one of the legends of the WNBL, Abby Bishop. She's officially played her last game in this amazing league today. She's had, look at this footage. I mean, she's been there for so many years applying her trade. She's been a legend of the Capitol. She's come back to be a replacement player this season. She's been absolutely fantastic for this young team. She's represented Australia. She's an Olympian. She's played World Cups, Asia Cups, you name it, all around the world. She's a magnificent servant of this league, and she deserves every bit of recognition coming her way. You can see her having a chat to the loyal Caps fans on the court. And on behalf of everyone from the WNBL, we just want to congratulate Abby on a magnificent career. You can see some of her achievements on screen, Larissa. She's been an excellent person to look up to in this league if you're a young player.
She's been around for a long time. That long I haven't played against her. I had to coach against her. 3-time WNBL champion, WNBA champion, WNBL MVP, WNBL Rookie of the Year, and an Olympian bronze medalist in the 2012 London Games. Again, a sincere congratulations, Abby, on the most wonderful career. She should be so proud. But I think her biggest achievement was her baby girl. The fact that she took on her beautiful daughter while she was playing, and she led the way for all mums out there to say you can do both and nothing should slow you down. So she should be immensely proud of her career and all that she's achieved.
Absolutely. A big congratulations to Abby Bishop, and we mentioned it was cool that she got to play up against her former roommate Mariana Tolo, so great to end the way on that as well with the win. Rest of the round 16 fixtures, well, we're going to take our breath after that one. Flames Flyers up next at the Key Centre. That'll be a great battle. The Flames booking their ticket to finals last week. Unfortunately, they got some injury news with Celeste Taylor out for the rest of the season. Adelaide Geelong kick-starts the games tomorrow, and then the big one, Townsville Lynx to decide second spot, Larissa.
It is so exciting when a big result comes down to that final round. So everyone make sure they tune into support their teams. And I really wanted to say again a huge congratulations to Guy Malloy on reaching 350. It is such a huge achievement to add to his already many achievements. So I hope he enjoys this one today. He would be scratching his head saying, what have we done to deserve all these injuries this year? And yet they have still managed to make finals. So another huge achievement for him. So I hope he enjoys his 350th, and good luck to the Sydney Flames.
Ellis driving baseline. What a dive!
Wickham, how sweet was that? Step back three,
Wow.
Kayla George. She's got a flamethrower at the moment.
Shelley with a big triple.
It was acrobatic, it was impressive, it was Steph Talbot.
Jade Melvin, the lefty lay-in. Capitals continue to roll. Perth have been unconscious from three. Alice Koenig connects.
She's pumped up and so she should be.